I appreciate that. On behalf of Eastern Michigan University, it's my privilege to welcome you to our annual celebration of EMU's most distinguished former letter winners. This year's induction class is remarkable because of the impact they've had on their sport, EMU athletics, and the Mid-American Conference. I'm very excited to be here tonight. This is an absolutely awesome celebration, and we are inducting 5 very worthy, exceptional individuals. The Athletic Hall of Fame has a 47-year rich history of inducting over 300 former student athletes. We're excited to have some of those past inductees with us here tonight, and I would like them to stand up right now so that we can give them a round of applause. There you go. Also at this time, I'd like to recognize all former recipients of the Ron Ostrike Distinguished Service Award. If you could please stand so we can give you a round of applause. There you are, Fast Eddie. Before we continue tonight's induction, it's important to recognize key EMU contributors and special guests that are in attendance tonight. I'd like to introduce our Vice President and Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Scott Weatherby. Vice President for Advancement and Executive Director of the EMU Foundation, Maher Salih. I probably butchered your name a little bit too, didn't I? Maher Salah. There you go. You give me 2 or 3 chances, I'm going to get stuff right tonight. Wait till Alayo gets up here. I got to make sure I say her name correctly. She came all the way from Brazil. All right, next. Yeah, Brazil. So if you think you made the longest trip tonight for this Hall of Fame induction, she's got you beat. Next, I'd like to introduce the leader of a special group that's very passionate about EMU athletics, Hall of Fame member and current E-Club president, Andrew Wellock.
Thank you, Tom. So good evening. The E-Club is proud to present the Hall of Fame induction ceremony and honor tonight's inductees. Before I jump into things, I would like to bring up that former NFL player and EMU Hall of Fame member Ron Fernandez has suffered a stroke and is currently terminal. The main reason I bring this up is because our amazing football team and staff actually were able to show their support by sending a few items to Ron to kind of bring up his spirits. So we're one family here at EMU, and this shows the great character that EMU possesses. So our prayers are with you, Ron. The E-Club Alumni Chapter is chartered by the EMU Alumni Association and is composed of former letter winners. How we serve our great university in athletics is by promoting and preserving the tradition, pride, and loyalty among all letter winners. We recognize the outstanding academic achievements among our current EMU student athletes through the IPSI Awards and assist the athletic department in awarding varsity jackets to our first-time letter winners. We are currently working on sports ambassadors here at the E-Club. Basically, it's an E-Club member that's going to be able to help get butts in the seats, which I think for all sports we would love to have here at Eastern. And our biggest accomplishment, which I believe is the reason we're gathered here tonight, and it's to celebrate our tremendous athletic success through the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame. At this time, I'd like to direct your attention to the west side of the room to showcase our new Hall of Fame display. As you guys can see, it's quite large there as well. Prominently features all 302 Hall of Fame members. And as you can see, we will have plenty of room for future induction classes and to highlight EMU's amazing athletic history with the most exceptional athletes, coaches, and administrators. The interactive kiosk in the front will also help showcase and preserve our athletic history. This kiosk is set up so you can select any Hall of Fame member. I'm hoping that all your guys' families have been able to go over there and check your own out. For more information, including their biography and the Hall of Fame video. In addition to the Hall of Fame, the E-Club is invested in EMU, our student athletes, and former letter winners. At this time, I'd like to recognize our hardworking board members that make all of this possible. All E-Club Board of Directors, please stand and be recognized. I would also like to thank another important board, the Alumni Association Board of Directors, who charters the E-Club. Thank you for your continued support. It says applause here, so I was really hoping you guys were going to do that. In addition to the Alumni Association, I would also like to thank EMU Athletics for their support of the E-Club and for being true partners in planning and executing tonight's event. So on behalf of the E-Club and all former letter winners, I would like to congratulate the class of 2023. Tonight, you will join a legendary group of EMU athletes. I was privileged to be in the same era as many of you, and honored to get to be here tonight to congratulate you. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to lay the footprints for future student athletes. Thank you again.
By the way, he's got the greatest kicks on tonight. He's got the school colors right on there. I didn't know that was an option. I wore dress shoes. Our next speaker is Vice President and Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Scott Weatherby. Scott has been with EMU since 2017 and has continued to transform the EMU athletic department every single year since. He's passionate not only about developing our student athletes into champions in the sports, but also champions in the classrooms, in the community, and in life. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Scott Weatherby.
And it is awesome to be in the presence of greatness. Thank you, Tom. What a great blocky Friday. First thing I have to do is give a shout out to our volleyball team with the win today, so let's give it up for them. Excited for them. If I have a long pause, then you have to clap. I've learned that now. Thanks for that. Welcome to the new and improved George Gervin GameAbove Center. We spent a lot of time over the last 2 years trying to improve this facility, and then obviously Andrew talked about the Hall of Fame and the setup as well. I would encourage you on the other side of our where our ticket office is, there's actually a nice plaque that shows that everybody that, as a thank you, that gave to the Hall of Fame project. So certainly take a look at that while you're here. Last year at this time, the only thing we didn't have completed was Wi-Fi and 5G in the arena. Well, I can say that's finally done. So we finally crossed that one off the list as well. I'd like to thank a few people for their generosity. GameAbove obviously has done so much for Eastern Michigan and our athletic department, and then also our E-Club board with Andrew's leadership, and appreciate them. And I'd also like to mention Howard and Luann Booth. Where are they at? They're over here. Stand up and let's give them a big round of applause. They were the lead gift to get this Hall of Fame kicked off, and when you see the plaque, you will see them at the top, and it's very deserving. I appreciate all your support. It's an honor to be here in front of so many former greats. It is an honor to lead this athletic department. We work extremely hard. We work hard at building the culture and providing a great student-athlete experience. We have continued to thrive in the classroom. You'd be very proud. We're at our highest GPA in the history of our athletic department. We get out in the community and do community service all the time, and we've challenged our student athletes. We have 500 student athletes this year, and we've challenged all 500 to go out and do 20 community service hours throughout the year, and it's just, it's been great. So this past year, we won 2 MAC championships. That's number 156 and 157 for us. We have the most Mid-American Conference championships out of any school, something we're very proud of. We went to a bowl game for the 5th time in 7 years, and we finally broke through and won a bowl game for the first time since 1987. And now we're allowed to induct Charles because we finally won a game since the last time he was in a bowl game and won one. So we will continue to give relentless effort and strive to make each of you proud, try to carry on a legacy you have set. We are building champions in the classroom, community, and competition, and we're building champions for life. You'll see that around the building quite a bit. We're working hard to put champions like these individuals here that are being inducted. We're working as hard as we can, and we're going to try to celebrate each one of you. Before I do that, I do want to say a few behind-the-scenes thank yous as well. So where's Jessica? Jessica Naziba, who worked with, Jessica's back there, so thank you to Jessica. Some may or may not know, but I certainly can tell you the inductees know who she is. She's done a lot of work for them to help get everybody situated, and if you don't like your table assignment, you can blame Jessica on that, and appreciate her. Obviously, a big thank you to Kathy, who's walking by, Kathy Steiner, and all of our people that did our food for us, and then her awesome husband who works for us as well with all of the cameras and video equipment, and then Cliff in our facilities just getting everything set up. So I did make sure I thank all of them. All right, moving on. Okay, let's back. Greg's actually manning the camera now. You can see I'm trying to move quick because I realized I wrote a lot here. So I'm thrilled to welcome the class of the E-Club Hall of Fame class of 2023. It's great to be here to celebrate each of your accomplishments, and you are truly the best of the best. I love to celebrate events like this now because we can look back at our history and tradition here at Eastern Michigan. It is individuals like you that inspire us to build champions every day, and as members of the E-Club Hall of Fame, you are among the best or the most decorated and accomplished student athletes to ever wear the green and white. You represent the class, the pride, and the success that we ultimately aspire to achieve every day. So I did something different this year for my speech. Normally I bundle everybody together and talk about the different accomplishments. And I had a couple of our MAC ADs tell me, I'm doing this off the cuff by the way here, so bear with me. A couple of my MAC ADs said, oh, you gotta use AI. You gotta see if you can write your speech using ChatGPT. And I was like, okay. So I'm gonna read what it wrote for each of our inductees, and it's pretty impressive. If you haven't done it, our volleyball girls right now, we use it all the time, but the rest of us, we're still learning. All right, so we're gonna do Eric first here. So first, let's applaud Eric J. Alejandro, okay? All right. So Eric, whose illustrious career in men's track and field has been nothing short of extraordinary, with a string of remarkable accomplishments both at EMU and on the global stage, including his representation of Puerto Rico in multiple Olympic Games. Eric has exemplified the pinnacle of athletic achievement and has made us immensely proud. Eric Alejandro. I said to keep them brief because we got a whole bunch more to go. So, all right, next, it says, we commend Ryan Coleman, a legend of EMU's women's basketball team. Ryan's record-breaking achievements in scoring, assists, and steals place her in the annals of MAC history. Her impressive stats and accomplishments, including being named first-team All-MAC 3 times, reflect her prowess on the court. Her journey from EMU to the WNBA's Detroit Shock and the European leagues further demonstrates her extraordinary talent and dedication to the sport. Ryan Coleman. People that know me know I did not write these long words, and so it's kind of fun. All right, next we acknowledge Charles Gordon, whose tenacity and skill on the football field have etched his name into the annals, they like the annals word, of EMU's football history. From his crucial role in securing the 1987 Mid-American Conference Championship to his remarkable achievements in the CFL and NFL Europe, Charles has consistently demonstrated the true spirit of sportsmanship and athleticism. That's Charles Gordon. All right, Natalie Hashimoto? Hashimoto, I knew it. I'm wait until the next one, I'm really in trouble. All right, so Natalie, a gymnastics prodigy, stands as the most decorated gymnast in EMU history. Her accolades, including MAC Freshman of the Year and MAC Gymnast of the Year, twice, reflect her exceptional talents. Natalie's perfect tens on beam and vault, as well as her record-breaking all-around score, highlight her unparalleled skill and dedication to her sport. Her impact on EMU's gymnastics program is immeasurable. Natalie Hashimoto. I know. I've been practicing this one. I've been practicing Camila Olayo. I did it. Camila Olayo. They told me it's like Ohio, but with an L. I'm like, okay, I can figure that out. All right, so Camila, an outstanding volleyball player. All MAC and all region honorable mention recognitions highlight her exceptional contribution to EMU's volleyball program. Her impressive record of assists, digs, and aces cement her legacy in EMU's volleyball history. Her dedication to academics and coupled with her achievements on the court truly exemplify her commitment to excellence. Camila Olayo. So, all I did was copy and paste your bio into this thing, and in 30 seconds, that's what it gave me. Pretty impressive stuff. So, you'll find that I'll do that a lot, except I have to shorten some of these words because I get a little long. Individually, each of these remarkable individuals has brought great honor to Eastern Michigan University. Their dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment to their respective sports have exemplified the very best of what it means to be an athlete. And as they are inducted into the E-Club Athletics Hall of Fame, let us collectively express our deepest gratitude and admiration for their remarkable contributions to our community. Congratulations to Eric, Ryan, Charles, Natalie, and Camila on this well-deserved honor. May their legacies continue to inspire generations of athletes to strive for excellence and uphold the values of sportsmanship and dedication that define our EMU community. Let's give it up for them one more time. All right, I'm on the end here. So typically this is where I would introduce President Smith. I'll tell you, our athletics department is extremely lucky to have president that is so engaged as Dr. Smith. Jim and his wife Connie attend many of our sporting events. They're very vocal, especially his wife Connie. I can say that because she's not here. And I just want to publicly thank both Dr. Smith and Connie for their support. It means a lot to me and to our student athletes. He could not attend tonight. They are out today. They will be at the game tomorrow, and so our inductees will, when we're going on the field, President Smith will be with us. But he did record a message for us, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and watch the video.
Hello, and welcome to the 47th EMU Hall of Fame ceremony. I apologize I'm not able to be with you this evening to celebrate, but as technology has allowed, I'm pleased to be with you via this recording. It's a privilege to congratulate the new Hall of Fame inductees, as well as honor the legacy of all of our previous inductees. I want to give special recognition to Scott Weatherby, our athletics director. Scott has been with us 6 years now. He's done an excellent job reaching out to students, faculty, staff, and alumni to encourage even greater collaboration. I also want to give a special recognition to our student athletes. some of whom will surely be sitting in this room a few years from now, being honored for their achievements. They juggle academics, training, homework, volunteering. They're outstanding role models and ambassadors. EMU is proud to say we have 455 student athletes, and these students have recorded an all-time best cumulative GPA of 3.382. An illustration of their commitment to the Eastern Campus and the surrounding community, our student athletes have provided 5,694 hours of community service in the 22-23 academic year. This is the highest number of hours since 2018-2019. Some examples of where these students share their time are participating in the local Alzheimer's Walk, buying and wrapping Christmas gifts for children in need with Operation Christmas Child, participating in the Breast Cancer Walk, food bank donations, winter card making for local nursing homes and hospitals, supporting Girls on the Run and Gleaners Food Bank, plus many others. I would also like to thank the E-Club and the Alumni Association Board of Directors. These individuals devote their time and energy to instill pride in EMU. And of course, I want to say congratulations to tonight's Hall of Fame honorees. What a terrific representation of EMU. We're thrilled to have you back to campus to honor your achievements. I hope all of you have the opportunity to look around campus while you're here this weekend. There are great things happening and great things are on the way. If you park or walk by the Student Center, you'll see the Welcome Home EMU Housing Initiative. It's well underway with construction of brand new apartments overlooking the lake. As well, new Westview apartments are being built on the west side of campus. I could go on for another 30 minutes, but these are just a few examples of why we have so much to be proud of at Eastern. But alas, you didn't come here to hear from me tonight. You came to honor our inductees. So let's celebrate these talented individuals tonight. Thank you again for being here and for your continued support of our great university. I will see you tomorrow at the game. Congratulations to the Hall of Fame class of 2023.
He's not kidding. He could have gone on for another 30 minutes. I think that's one of the reasons we had him on tape. But thank you for President Smith. Thank you, Scott Weatherby. With that, let's get to the whole reason we're here tonight, to honor tonight's honorees and their achievements. Our first Hall of Fame inductee of the evening is track and field Olympian Eric Alejandro. Take a look at his video.
Eric Alejandro, class of 2008, was a dominant runner and hurdler for EMU, earning top accolades throughout his athletic career. This Eagle was a 4-year letter winner for the men's track and field teams from 2005 to 2008. After being recruited, Eric soon found himself as a leader in this dominating track program. His commitment on and off the field helped him to become a 5-time Mid-American Conference champion and helped lead the track program to great success. He took his training seriously, and his senior year was named the most valuable performer at the 2008 MAC Outdoor Championships. Eric recorded many amazing wins during his career, which included 3 individual MAC titles and 2 relay team crowns. In addition to being named first team All-MAC twice and second team All-MAC once, Eric also qualified for the 2007 NCAA Championship in the 400-meter hurdles. With these accomplishments, Eric demonstrated the pride and tradition of EMU track and field and never backed down from any challenge. Eric would go on to represent Puerto Rico in the 400-meter hurdles at both the 2012 London, England Olympics and the 2016 Rio de Janeiro, Brazil Olympics. Internationally, Eric holds a gold medal and 2 silver medals in the 400-meter hurdles at the Ibero-American Championships and at the Central American and Caribbean Games. He is also a 2-time World Championship semifinalist and was named top 5 all-time Puerto Rican 400-meter hurdler. With an outstanding career with remarkable success, today Eric Alejandro joins the many track and field legends in the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eric Alejandro.
Alrighty. I was told I had to set the tone, so I'll try to do my best here. I normally just talk off the top of my head, but if I did that, we'd be here for about 25, 30 minutes. And if I had to say everything that I went through here at Eastern, I'd be here for hours, all the massive parties that we threw, with my roommates, how we met, all the adventures that we went through while I was here. So I decided to put everything into a speech. Don't mind the embarrassing picture either. That's kind of embarrassing, but yeah. So I'll go ahead and lead with, I, for the longest time, have always been very family-oriented and been thankful for the relationships I have with my parents and brothers. We share a bond that most of other people wouldn't understand. I always assumed that when I attended college, it would have been close to home. So when I received a call from Brad Fairchild, the head coach at the time, I was a bit in awe when I realized I would have to leave my family and travel 1,300 miles north to a small town outside of Detroit. Mind you, I live in Miami, Florida, so. It was a bit heartbreaking, but if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have hesitated to jump on that plane. I could sit here in detail and describe what it felt on my first day on campus, my first day of class, or how I met these gentlemen that today are known as my brothers from another mother. But since I only have a couple minutes, I'll try to sum up what I learned throughout my career, how Eastern Michigan University has become a part of my family, and how my journey began. It has been 15 years since I graduated Eastern, and though it feels like it was yesterday, that I was putting on an Eagles uniform to run the 4x4 relay at the MAC conference meet, I recognized that my true professional track and field career began the first time I heard "runners to your mark" while in my starting blocks under the lights of Blow-In Fieldhouse. I want everyone to understand that I never ran track and field for the fame or the financial gain. The truth is, I've always wanted to run because it was I always wanted to run because I was extremely passionate about it, and at times I felt that that's all I was ever good at. I ran because I loved to make my family and friends proud. I owe a debt of gratitude to them, whose unwavering support has been my rock through this journey. To my teammates, mentors, and coaches, thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself when I doubted my own potential. I used to love the look on their faces when they would see me run and how excited they would get. Kind of how some of them are looking at me right now. I never once thought about what the future would hold for me, how far these two legs would take me. I never once knew that I would travel the world competing in track and field. I never once thought that I would go to not one Olympics, but two. If there's one characteristic that all my coaches would share with you, it would be that I have a lot of heart. I do not know how to waver. I knew that with the power of dedication, hard work, and the belief that anything is possible, I would achieve my goals. So much that through countless hours of practice, sacrifices made, and the determination to never give up, I was able to keep the Eastern Michigan's Olympic tradition of having a track and field athlete in every Olympic Games alive by attending the 2012 and 2016 Olympic Games. I truly believe that that was the best way to honor this institution that has given me so much, not only in my higher education, but in a lifetime of memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I hope that I was able to build upon that track and field legacy that this university is known for, and that I helped pave the way for future Olympians, just as many past Olympians before me have. I am proud to represent my Puerto Rican heritage in the Hall of Excellence. My roots have given me strength, resilience, and a deep sense of identity that has been my driving force in my journey. I hope that standing here today, I can inspire others from similar backgrounds to chase their dreams relentlessly. I hope that my story serves as a testament to the potential that resides in each and every one of us. In closing, I want to thank my fellow inductees and the entire E-Club Hall of Fame community for welcoming me into this prestigious group. Like I said, 15 years ago, I walked through those doors of Bowen Fieldhouse and left my family back home to begin this journey. I stand here today with an even bigger family. I am deeply humbled, honored, and I promise to carry the spirit of excellence forward, inspire others to reach greatness, and continue to fight for old EMU. Thank you.
Eric said he's thinking about bringing that look back, and I think he should. It looks fantastic. Thank you, Eric. Congratulations, too. Our second inductee left her mark on the basketball court. Please enjoy this video of Ryan Coleman.
Ryan Coleman, class of 2005, dominated the court as a four-year starter for the EMU women's basketball team from 2002 to 2006. With her excellent skills and basketball pedigree, Ryan would prove herself to be one of the greatest players in EMU history. Coleman graduated from Communication Media Arts High School in Detroit and didn't waste any time making the EMU basketball court her home. She helped lead the team to a four-year record of 80-40, and to EMU's first ever women's basketball Mid-American Conference title and NCAA berth in the 2003-04 season. Her performance at the tournament landed her on the all-tournament team, and she collected the tournament MVP honors. Coleman continued to prove herself on the court as she earned postseason recognition all 4 years and was named a two-time All-American. Ryan finished her successful career at the top of the EMU and the Mid-American record books. She became just the second player in conference history and the third EMU Eagle to record over 1,500 points, 600 rebounds, 300 assists, and 200 steals in a career. She led the Eagles in points, field goals, three-pointers, assists, steals, blocks, and minutes in a career, and finished among the conference leaders in scoring, field goal percentage, rebounds, blocks, steals, and assists. Coleman collected the MAC's only triple-double of the 2004-05 season, and just the second in school history. She ranked 6th in the nation in three-point field goal percentage and 39th in points per game that same year. Ryan signed a free agent contract with the WNBA's Detroit Shock in 2006 and continued on to play professionally overseas for 5 years. Through hard work and determination, Ryan achieved great success for herself and her teams on the basketball court. It is for this reason that Ryan Coleman is being inducted into the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ryan Coleman. When I said to her earlier what she thought when she got the call, she goes, "It was about time. I'm ready to go in."
Take it off. How y'all doing today? Last time I wrote a speech, I cried, so I haven't written one since. my public speaking has come a long way. It is an honor to be here. I want to thank God, first of all, for allowing me to display myself in a way that allows me now to be in the Hall of Fame, and allowed me to have the Ring of Honor that I received earlier this month. I want to thank EMU for not leaving me behind. This has been 17 years. That's a very long time. I've been living all over the world, enjoying countries after country, and I'm glad to see my family sitting right here for me. This has been a very long journey, and my family has been with me every step of the way. My brothers, my sisters, my beautiful mom, my cousins, my aunties. I have my daughter. Yes, I am a mom. She's 12, and I am so glad that she's able to see this. I think I'm more happy that I'm able to share this moment with her than actually just enjoying the moment for myself. I haven't seen those highlights in a long time, and it felt good to just reminisce. When I got that call, a lot of memories came flushing back, and it's overwhelming, honestly. So I want to just say how grateful that I am for this opportunity, that I am forever enshrined in the Hall of Fame, in EMU. My name is going to stay up there forever. I put in a lot of work to get here, and I'm glad that you guys reached back to me and let me know that my work was seen, and I'm just forever grateful for this. So I'm not going to stay up here too long, but I am loving this moment. Thank you.
She goes, did I do all right? You did fantastic. And I think table 6 has got about 8 copies of that speech now. I saw the cell phones up, so if you need to watch that back. Congratulations, Ryan. Our next inductee is a former EMU football player. He was on the last team to win the MAC championship here, played in the 1987 California Bowl when they beat San Jose State. Charles Gordon. Let's roll the film.
Charles Gordon, class of 2001, was a force to be reckoned with on the gridiron while donning the green and white from 1986 to 1989. After being a standout athlete at East Lansing High School in Lansing, Michigan, Charles arrived in Ypsilanti and showed his grit from the start. In 1987, his sophomore season, Charles proved his mettle and showcased his skill on defense, recording the second longest interception in Rynearson Stadium history. He was named MAC Player of the Week against Bowling Green State University and was the starting defensive back on EMU's first ever 1987 Mid-American Conference Championship team. Charles led the way to the California Bowl victory over San Jose State, completing the stellar year, leading the team in interceptions. Gordon's 1987 season accomplishments earned him third-team All-American status by the Football News and honorable mention Division I All-American by the Associated Press. Charles went on to lead the team in punt returns for touchdowns for 3 consecutive seasons and recorded the third longest return for a touchdown in EMU history in 1989 with a 91-yard return. Charles earned postseason MAC honors for 3 consecutive years and was named to EMU's football all-decade roster for defense and special teams. Charles went on to play 7 years in the Canadian Football League and was a 2-time CFL All-Star, recording 39 career interceptions. With an illustrious career, it is without a doubt that Charles Gordon is taking his rightful place in the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame.
He was number 1 in your program. He's number 1 in your hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gordon.
Thank you. Hey, really, much like Ryan, the last time I wrote a speech, I was up on the stage probably 14, 18, 22 minutes. Jessica, I asked you how much time I had to actually give a speech tonight, and you said anywhere from 3 minutes to 45 minutes, because 45 minutes was the longest speech that you've experienced here at one of these events. I'm just letting everybody know I'm not gonna stand up here for 45 minutes and talk. There's not enough coffee in the building, okay? It's an extreme honor for me to be up here on the stage. You know, to just be recognized with other greats like myself that put in a lot of work, and to be recognized is just an incredible feeling that I have tonight. Eric, Ryan, Natalie, Camilla, we all put in a whole lot of work and spent a lot of time here at Eastern Michigan University. For me, it was one of the best time periods of my life. And much like a lot of you look back on your college days, and if there's a time period that we could all go back to, I know for me, I would go back to Best Hall, hanging out with my boys, the GDAs. You know, I was a minor, but we had a group called the Get Drunk Association. Yeah, and my mom and dad, you know, I would come home on the weekends and they'd go, "What you doing?" I said, "Nothing." And my dad would say, "Are you drinking?" I said, "No." But I was drinking a little bit as a minor with the GDAs, and that time period was just a time for us and for the athletes here at EMU, not only the football team, but the basketball team as well. We took a program that wasn't doing very well at the time, and we all came together as a family, as an athletic family, and we just said, you know what? The people we have here, the athletes we have here, your Grant Longs, your Gary Pattons, we all got together and said, we can make this one of the best universities athletically in the country, and we did that. The Cal Bowl, the '87 California Bowl team, you saw the highlights, was just a phenomenal special team that I was on. And I've been on a lot of teams. When you play as long as I have and you play sports as long as my fellow awardees have, you just realize certain teams you're on, you might not have the most talented team, but we came together as a family and we made it happen. I would be remiss if I didn't thank some people here in the room, and if I don't thank everybody that's in here that came with me, forgive me, but I gotta give thanks to one, God up above. Two, I gotta give thanks to my mother and father, Charles Sr. and Drew. Can you wave, please, Mom? Thank you. One of the common themes that you've seen here tonight is family. And without my mother and father keeping me well grounded, I wouldn't be up here on this stage today. Without my mother and father not letting my head getting so swole up with awards and newspaper articles and accomplishments and saying, hey, you know what? Sit down and eat dinner here with the family. Slow down and spend some time with me, and then you can go off and have fun. And I thank them for keeping me well grounded. I've got to tell one story here. My daughters are here. I have 3 daughters. One of them that goes to Central Michigan University. She's a sophomore, but we won't hold that against her. She's getting an education. But I told them I was going to tell a story, and they said, no, Dad, don't. You're going to be up on stage. People are going to go to sleep. But I got to tell this story because those close to me know where I come from and where I grew up at. And I grew up in Fort Myers, Florida, a city that's just, sports are just strong. And they take football seriously down in Florida. And You know, my freshman year, I came here to EMU, and I was so grateful that I signed and they gave me the jersey number 1. And back in those days, if you got to wear number 1, I mean, you had to be kind of a bad dude, right? If they let you wear number 1. There were a lot of football players across the country that donned that number, and I wanted it. So part of me coming here to Eastern Michigan, I said to Coach Harkema, you give me number 1 and you got me. And he said, done. And we signed the scholarship. So after my freshman year, I had a pretty good year as a freshman. I wound up, I think I made one of the freshman All-America teams. And I go back to Fort Myers in the spring breaks and summer breaks. And I talked to my cousins and my friends, and I'm like, yo, I had a great year here. You know, here's my stats. And they all just kind of look at me and they go, yeah, but have you heard about this guy, Dion? And see, Dion and I grew up in the same neighborhood, and yeah, and I knew about him, and but it seemed like no matter what I did here at Eastern Michigan, when I would go back home, there was this guy named Dion. There was nothing you could do, of course, to one-up a Dion, but deep down inside, for me as a player and a student, I always had something that was fueling me on the side, and that was going back to Fort Myers, where my family grew up at and where I grew up at, and just trying to keep pace with the Dions and the other athletes that came out of our city. But thanks you to the committee. Thank you to Jessica for everything you've done. I know I was a hard person to get a hold of these past couple months. Jim Streeter, thank you for everything you've done. I'm glad you're still running around here doing what you do. One of the best sports information directors any university could have. And thank you for yes, applause, please. Thank you to Eastern Michigan University for giving me the opportunity to shine. Without my commitment to come here and their commitment to provide an education for me, I wouldn't be able to provide for my family today. Lastly, before I get out of here, a little message to my daughters. I wanted you to come. I'm lucky I didn't receive this award when I was much younger. There's no age ceiling on receiving these awards, much like not what you think. But I just want you to know that anything's possible if you believe and you put hard work in. And I'm just happy that you were able to see me tonight receive an award and see that is possible for you as well. Thank you.
All right, our next inductee is a women's gymnastics standout, Natalie Hashimoto. Take a look at her highlights.
Natalie Hashimoto is the most decorated gymnast in EMU program history, earning postseason Mid-American Conference distinction in every year of competition, including MAC Freshman of the Year, MAC Gymnast of the Year in the following 2 consecutive seasons, and capping off her illustrious career with MAC Senior Gymnast of the Year. Hashimoto earned 4 varsity letters as a member of the women's gymnastics team and graduated magna cum laude in 2003. As a freshman, Natalie scored EMU's first ever perfect 10 on beam and broke the record for the best all-around score in program history, earning a 39.725. As a sophomore, her success continued as she scored her second perfect 10 on vault as EMU's first on the apparatus. In 2002, Natalie scored a 9.9 on the floor at the MAC Championships, earning the co-MAC floor title and aiding the Eagles to a team program record of 49.425 on the floor. Natalie completed her 4-year EMU career as a 3-time MAC All-Tournament selection, earned academic All-MAC, and was a 4-time NCAA qualifier. She ranks at the top of EMU's record books for the highest scores on floor and bars, recording an almost perfect score on both. and owns the top 7 scores in program history for vault. Her 2 perfect 10s on beam and vault remain the only 2 in school history. With these great accomplishments, Natalie Hashimoto is taking her rightful place in the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Natalie Hashimoto.
Now I know what you guys meant about crying. I'm like emotional and really nervous. Thank you to the EMU Athletic Department and congratulations to all the other inductees tonight. I remember my freshman year, Steve was giving our team a little pre-training pep talk. He told us all we should really cherish these times because they fly by so fast. But what 19-year-old listens to advice from an adult and can even fathom 4 years going by so fast when it's just beginning? But looking back on my time here, it really feels like a different life now. My 4.5 years here were a pretty great time for me. I know for many, a career in gymnastics is not filled with happy memories or positive experiences. Of course, mine isn't mainly filled with them either. There were many mental blocks, anxiety, depression, difficult times with coaches, wanting to quit, injuries, and so on. But I can say that thanks to all of the people in my life and career as an athlete, my family, coaches, trainers, and teammates, I was one of the luckier ones. I am thankful to all my coaches and teammates for the support, kindness, toughness, and love they've shown to me over the years. And I'm thankful for my career as a gymnast, and to this day, value and cherish the skills I have learned that have helped me throughout my life. Thanks to my mom and dad, the money, time and effort and support over the decade of our, the time and effort and support over that decade of our, because there were 2 of us, by the way, I have a twin here, of our lives would never have made it possible. In fact, my mom is the reason why I even had a chance to come here, because she was the one who made the tapes, VHS tapes, and sent them all over the US. Thank you, and I love you. To all my coaches, but first and foremost, my club coaches, Sandy and Verna at East York Gym Club, who were basically mom and grandma away from home. My East York Gym Club coaches gave me the foundation that set me up to excel at home and here at EMU. To my coach here, Steve, for giving me a chance and a scholarship. To Steve, Nikki, Megan, and Darren for coaching me here at EMU and helping me become the best college gymnast I could be. To all the trainers who helped me with the relentless injuries, and of course to all my teammates, especially Leah, Jamie, and Todd. You guys made it fun, you guys helped me when things got hard, and you guys made it the best 4 years ever. And we made some of the best memories of my life. On a final note, I feel it was important to add that as women, we are often taught to be humble, that bragging is bad, and to never be conceited. Well, now I know better. So while I got a lot of help along the way that I'll be forever grateful for, I'm also going to thank myself, because 1, we don't thank ourselves enough or praise ourselves, and more importantly, because I did that. Thank you again for this amazing honor.
Congratulations, Natalie. Our final inductee is one of the volleyball greats, Camila Olayo.
Camila Olayo, a 2002 graduate, arrived in Ypsilanti from Brazil in 1998 and made an impact on the volleyball court from the start. Her fierce serve and impeccable sets contributed to the success of the team and her teammates. In 1999, she earned all Mid-American Conference honorable mention and was selected on the all-tournament teams of the EMU Classic, Tennessee Classic, and earned Most Valuable Player at the Valparaiso Classic. In 2001, after taking a year off due to injury, she would come back stronger than before. Camila was awarded all-tournament recognition at IUPUI and Jacksonville, and later went on to be named MVP at the Montana State Tournament and the Western Illinois Tournament. These performances were also recognized by the conference, as she was selected first team All-MAC and also received All-Region Honorable Mention by the American Volleyball Coaches Association in 2002. She led the MAC in aces and assists per game during the entire 2002 season. Camila set the record for the most aces in a single season at EMU with 81 in 2002, and today still ranks in EMU's top 10 all-time records for assists and digs, and holds the #1 spot for aces in a career with 239. Not only was Camila outstanding on the court, she also was a great student, earning academic All-MAC 3 times during her career. Because of her hard work and amazing talent, Camila Olayo is being inducted into the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, Camila Olayo.
Wow. All right, you guys. I decided to speak from the heart. This is 3 minutes, definitely not long enough to talk about everything that went through. I just want to say thank you to the E-Club for selecting me. This is truly an honor. I'm only the second volleyball player to be up here after Stacy, who was my coach, and she's still a great friend, so this is awesome. Quick story. Everybody asked me how I got to Eastern, and I was actually tricked. I was going to Florida State on a full ride, and here I am all the way in Brazil, going to Florida State, and then I had a Brazilian friend at the time who was playing here, and she wouldn't stop bugging Coach about how she had a friend that you need to see her, you need to bring her, with no tape, never saw me play before, and Coach was like, you know what, you just want a friend here, and Cynthia kept going, no, you really need her here. So I made this awful tape, right, Coach? It was awful. And then my parents bought me a trip here, so thank you, parents. And then I came here, and then it's all history, right? So, but they tricked me saying that it snowed just a little bit, and that Ipsy was that had an awesome nightlife, and I was like, what? Anyways, they did trick me. But you know what? There's one thing that I don't think they know up to this day. I chose Eastern the moment I stepped in here. When I made my visit, when I got here, I knew that's where I wanted to be. I met Coach the first day. Man, that lady intimidated me, but you know what? She told me I had to be on time, and I was like, what is this? I'm from Brazil. I'm like always late. And then she's like, nope, you need to be 10 minutes every time it's said to be somewhere. And I was like, all right. Anyways, it makes a lot of sense now. And then I met the team, and I fell in love with the girls. And we were at Bowen. I mean, there was nothing really appealing, about anything on campus at the time. You look at campus right now, it's beautiful. But like back in the day, wow. Anyways, so then I came here. It was about the people. And I could stay in here all night and say how hard we had to work on and off the court to be successful. All the hours in the gym, for me, plus all the hours in the training room. And then, but everybody did that. All the athletes who are here, we all did that, right? And I don't want to bug you with this. We did what we had to do to get up here and make this wall. Tonight, it's about the people who I met in this journey through Eastern. I met at Eastern, through Eastern. It's really about you guys. And I have a big sample of all types of people I met through my years. And thank you guys for coming. I'll start with just saying, my parents are here, my kids are here. I never thought I would see them running on this floor. This is absolutely amazing. But I want to say I see my Homer girls. I have my kicking mules. I have my former teammates, the coaching staff, all the academic staff that helped us here, the athletic staff. I have, roommates that became my best friends. I have parents of coaches that I coached at camp, from when we were here in the summer. This is outstanding, you guys. And when I came here, we were winning like 4 matches a year. Our record was awful. And when I left, we were winning 26. So we came a long way. We were definitely not the greatest team. We just made it work. We worked hard. We had fun. And they are the reason I came back every day to the gym. They are the reason I worked harder. They were the reason I pushed through injuries and through everything. I just wanted them to be successful and have fun and win matches. That's really what this was all about. Kim Barrington, I call her coach up to this day. She took me in as part of the family, and Chuck and Kelsey. I have a sister, my American family over there. Thank you for believing in me, for making me work hard, for teaching me everything I know about life, about volleyball, that happened too. But, you are the reason I stayed this whole time, and I never got homesick. It was too much fun and the way, so I was just having too much fun. Randy, our photographer, Carl, our super fan, still at all the matches, I believe, right, Carl? And I actually came to Eastern looking for an experience, and I left with a home. So thank you, everybody. This is great.
Congratulations, Camila. All right, it's time to finally induct these 5 into the Hall of Fame. If I could have Scott Weatherby and Andrew Wellock join me on stage to present the awards. Eric Alejandro, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Ryan, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Charles, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Natalie, you're next. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Camila, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, you five. You are now officially inducted into the E-Club Athletic Hall of Fame. Let's have a round of applause for the class of 23. I'd like to thank all of you for being here to witness this moment in EMU history. The class of 2023 Hall of Fame plaques will remain on the wall for a year, and at that time will be given to each of tonight's inductees before we induct the 2024 class. We're excited to have these 5 new inductees in the Hall of Fame family and their names permanently etched in our history. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending and have a great night. Now come on up and get those photos.